Way back in 2016, DJ Akademiks used to get clowned, not for gassing up and glazing Drake, but instead for doing multi-hour-long streams on Twitch.
But honestly though, forget about me. Thank you for the 20-cent tip for our deeds. Appreciate that. That'll go to a good cause.
He'd go live and engage with the chat, and this was something that was very unconventional within hip-hop at the time. The predominant form of media came from radio, and the biggest commentators and personalities within hip-hop were either radio personalities like Charlamagne the God or Ebro, team members at magazine companies like XXL, or early adopters of YouTube like Joe Budden, Akademiks, and No Jumper. Nowadays, streamers are everywhere. Some of the biggest rappers from back in the day, like T Grizzly, have now turned into streamers. And if your favorite rapper isn't a streamer, then he's likely made an appearance on a stream with some of the biggest streamers today like Kai Cenat and Adin Ross.
God damn, no, they was not expecting you, bro.
What the? It's popping chat.
But with the emergence of streamers came the clashing between streamers and songwriters. So in this video, we'll touch on some of the biggest beefs that rappers have had with streamers.
There's a lot of little nuggets in both of their disses that if it wasn't for these breakdowns, and salute to, you know, guys like this, Rapaholics, because I think they directly get it.
The first beef on this list is going to be between Twitch streamer Bruce Drop 'Em Off, who is known for his bold personality and unfiltered opinions. He found himself in a heated feud with the rapper Lil Yachty. It all started when a Twitter account by the name of Not Enough Flaws posted pictures and suggested that Lil Yachty was replicating the streamer's fashion choices. The picture in question had both Bruce and Yachty wearing a similar beanie. Lil Yachty replied to this by saying, "Brother, I've never in my life copied a thing from Bruce. Ask Bruce who he got his grill made by, why he got that Chanel bag. Stop playing with me, bro. This guy was a child playing on the computer when I was getting fly. This guy's not on no mood boards of mine. What are you talking about?" And while Yachty deleted the tweet, it didn't take long for Bruce to respond. Using his alternate account on X, Bruce fired back at Yachty with harsh words, telling him to be quiet. But Bruce didn't stop there. He went on to address the situation during one of his live streams, making it clear that he thought the whole thing was childish and unnecessary. Bruce laughed about how much space he seemed to occupy in Lil Yachty's mind, joking that it was funny how much the rapper cared. He then made a comment about Yachty and Drake, comparing them to twins because they both allegedly used the weight loss drug Ozempic. Now, while Bruce downplayed the seriousness of the feud, he also said that he had no real issue with Lil Yachty and just found the situation ridiculous. And this wasn't the first time Bruce Drop 'Em Off and Lil Yachty had crossed paths. Back in October 2023, some DMs had leaked of Bruce dissing both Lil Yachty and Kai Cenat. Now, the next rapper on this list is not necessarily a rapper by trade, it's more of a side hustle for her, but that would be none other than Rubi Rose. Now, she was in the spotlight after she had an exchange with the controversial streamer, Sneako. The feud started when Sneako criticized Rubi Rose for her comments about kick streamer Neon. The post quickly gained traction, racking up over 500,000 views within the first hour. Rubi's response was a direct reply to a clip of Sneako on X. She wrote that Sneako had been asking her for the last 4 months to come on his stream, and she laughed at the situation. The feud escalated when she appeared on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, and spoke about her interactions with Neon, who she had been working with frequently around that period of time. Rubi Rose made it clear that there was no romantic connection between her and Neon, describing him as a little boy and brushing off any rumors. Sneako, who has also collaborated with Neon in the past, didn't take kindly to Rubi's comments. In another live stream, Sneako criticized Rubi's characterization of Neon, saying she was wrong to refer to the kick streamer as a boy. He pointed out that Neon is 19 years old, legally an adult, and only a few years younger than Rubi Rose herself. Sneako framed the situation as an example of what he called simp culture, expressing his frustration with how Rubi had labeled Neon. Simultaneously, a lot of people on social media disagreed with her and questioned her to provide proofs of her claims that Sneako had been asking her to appear on his stream. Now, let's move on from the C-level streamers and artists and focus on some of the biggest rappers and streamers in the game. Because arguably the biggest streamer in the world right now, Kai Cenat, found himself in an unexpected back and forth with the hip-hop icon Kanye West over a pair of sweatpants. It all started when Kanye sent Kai a pair of pants that were too large for him. Kai decided to troll the situation, dancing around and joking about how oversized the clothing was.
This shit said Yeezy on it, and I literally thought it was a troll. So I opened it a little bit, and the first thing that I seen was vultures. And I was like, holy shit, this is real. This vulture sweatpants. Did this make
Twitch
this
con hype, Twitch con hype, Twitch con hype, Twitch con hype.
not fitting me. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, this is not fitting me, bro.
But Kanye didn't find it funny and saw it as an insult to his fashion line. The tension started when Kanye sent Kai a message accusing him of mocking the clothes. Kanye was upset, not just about the pants, but also because Kai Cenat had supposedly ignored his line on the song Vultures and failed to criticize brands like Adidas. Kanye told Kai Cenat not to joke about his clothes and accused him of being controlled. He wrote to Kai on Instagram saying, "Don't make no jokes about my clothes, when you ain't saying nothing about what Adidas is doing. When Vulture's song came out, you didn't play my verse. You're controlled. Stop playing with me." Kanye shared the interaction on his Instagram, and we could see that Kai Cenat responded by saying, "I hear you, bro, but ain't no jokes was being said when I first opened up that package. I showed love instantly. All I did was try on the sweats and they didn't fit. No jokes made. I immediately asked for a new pair." Kanye replied by saying, "So you ain't do nothing wrong? So I felt this way for no reason?" Kai Cenat said, "Yes." Kanye replied by saying, "F you, my guy. You were told to diss my stuff. You're a pawn." Kai continued to kind of laugh it off by replying saying, "Keep it family friendly, no cursing. The pants don't fit, yay. You think someone told me something? I'll prove you wrong. Ah, F Adidas, ah." Basically confirming here that he was not controlled and that he had free will and that he could say F Adidas if he wanted to. Now, Kai Cenat would find himself in another beef with another rapper, as later that year he engaged in a lighthearted back and forth with the legendary rapper Yuno Miles. It started when Yuno, who's known for his comedic raps, released a diss track aimed at Kai using the beat from Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. He released it on May 27, 2024, after teasing that he wouldn't drop it unless Kai Cenat got a real job. In the song, Yuno joked about Kai, comparing him to Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street and taking shots at his barber for giving him a bad haircut. When Kai Cenat heard the diss track live on stream, he was surprised and a bit frustrated that Yuno had actually gone through with it. Kai Cenat reacted by calling Yuno out, wondering how he kept getting away with all these antics. Towards the end of the track, Yuno challenged Kai once again, daring him to respond within 45 hours, or instead, he'd have to get a real job. Now, while this beef was lighthearted, the final beef on this list most definitely wasn't, and that involves Adin Ross and Kendrick Lamar.
I'm gonna go to LA, nobody's gonna see me, I promise you, bro. I don't give a like, you think I'm scared of LA? What? I lived in LA for years and years and years. I'm not banned from LA. Old ass, I'll smack the shit. Well, not me, but I'm gonna have security smack the out of you.
But before we touch on their specific issue, we gotta give a little backstory. See, in May 2024, a big change happened for online creators. For months, Kendrick and Drake had been exchanging diss tracks, drawing the attention of YouTubers who made reaction videos, breaking down each song. Before this change, creators were often at risk at having their videos taken down due to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. This law protected copyright holders from unauthorized use of their material, which means that using music or footage from the diss tracks could lead to videos being demonetized or removed. But on May 26, 2024, both Kendrick and Drake's record labels lifted the restrictions, giving creators the freedom to discuss the beef without fear of copyright issues. This was a major victory for reaction channels, which can now earn revenue from their videos. The popular streamer No Life Shaq called this move life-changing for many creators, saying that it gave smaller channels a chance to grow and make money from their content that they've never seen before. Many other creators shared this same excitement, including Your Rage, a Kick streamer who thanked both rappers for removing the restrictions, allowing him to keep his videos monetized. The change helped both big and small channels benefit from the feud, as more viewers were drawn to their content. And while the rap feud between Kendrick and Drake continued to happen, another streamer, Adin Ross, found himself caught up in the drama. As a good friend of Drake, and at this point, more of an Ovi-Ho Glazer and Drake's mouthpiece than an unbiased reactor to the beef, Adin Ross publicly criticized Kendrick for putting out a weak diss track, saying that Not Like Us was corny, and dismissing its claims accusing Drake of being a PDF file. Now, Kendrick fans weren't too happy about these comments. Adin Ross also did a stream with another streamer, Cheezer, who played the song Not Like Us, and Drake went in the comments of that stream asking for Cheezer's address. Shortly afterwards, Adin Ross and Akademiks did a stream with the King Graham Glazer Top 5, who claims to be both a rapper and Drake's crash out dummy. On that stream, Adin Ross and Akademiks were egging Top 5 on, asking him questions about the beef, which led Top 5 to saying that he was looking for Kendrick and Metro, and that him and Drake would do a stream together where they would play the Not Like Us music video and do homework on each and every person that was in the video. When a Kendrick affiliate by the name of Smack caught wind of the comments that Adin Ross was making and the trouble that he was stirring, he said that Adin Ross was banned from LA. Adin Ross laughed off these claims by saying, "I'm not banned from LA, bro. I wish somebody would. I'm gonna go to LA, nobody's gonna do nothing to me. I promise you, bro. I don't give a F. You think I'm scared of LA? What? I lived in LA for years and years and years. I'm not banned from LA. F that old mother effer on that podcast, bro. I'll smack him. Well, not me, but I'll have security smack him." Now, Kendrick's affiliate Smack responded to this by saying, Adin Ross stood on business. He said he's gonna come have security beat on us. He's gonna come to LA. Adin Ross, let me give you a tip. Security gets popped every day. Adin Ross then responded to this video by saying, "So come do it. Go to jail for the rest of your life. It's so worth it, bro. Your crappy life. Come on, let's try it. Let's make some magic happen. Come on, try it. At least you'll go to jail for what? A minimum of 5 years in LA? What is it? I got the best lawyers of all time, baby. Let's do it. And I'm gonna low-key sue you for that. I can't wait." Adin escalated the situation by asking someone to play him the clip of Smack talking about him once again. He said, "Let me get that clip again. Put that in my phone right now. Send that right now to my lawyer. I promise you I'm serving you ASAP. Don't ever threaten my life again. Go start a family. This podcast stuff isn't for you. I'm not a gangster. I'm not about that life at all. That's why I said security is gonna do what they're gonna do. But now, I'm gonna go straight to my lawyers." Now, this was pretty disgusting behavior, considering this whole issue started due to Adin instigating this beef and jumping into something he had no involvement in. It seemed like Adin kind of realized he messed up, so he went on another stream to apologize by saying, "I do want to clarify and take a step back. And really in the moment, I was obviously talking crazy. I'm not necessarily apologizing to people I was talking towards, but I do want to say one thing. LA is not to be messed with. LA is a serious place. And I love LA. Seriously, I love LA." Another popular streamer by the name of FaZe Banks called Adin during his stream to offer his support, even joking that he would walk down Melrose Avenue with an Adin Ross tattoo to show his loyalty. And while most of these beefs stem from jokes or half-serious comments, it's interesting to observe the collision between rappers and streamers as streamers gain more traction and become more integrated in hip-hop content creation and music promotion. Nowadays, rappers seem to turn more to streams to promote their music rather than the conventional route of going to a radio show and doing an interview. Because most of these rappers don't realize that a lot of these streamers are very young, most of their humor comes from immature trolling, and they're very rarely ever serious, their comments sometimes could lead to real conflict. This could lead to streamers getting manipulated, like we saw with 21 Savage cheating in a dice game with Adin Ross and stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from him, or when Playboi Carti was paid $2 million by Adin Ross to come on stream, and he only hopped on for about 2 minutes and said a total of half a word. At the same time, some of the interactions between streamers and rappers can lead to some legendary collaborations, like the freestyle between Tory Lanez and Adin Ross. But let me know in the comments, are streamers a positive addition to hip-hop culture, or should rappers avoid them at all costs? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.